Hello and welcome. My name is Tirohatso Malepe. I'm a 33-year-old South African mom of two residing in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, if it is your first time seeing this face, you are in luck because you've landed in a safe space. Here on my channel, we get to discuss some things that may have you feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but at the end of whatever topic that we have on the agenda, I believe that you will feel not so alone in general. So on today's topic, I am going to be discussing what I have experienced motherhood to be like, especially as somebody that has struggled with dealing with some past learned behaviors and how they impact how it is that I mother. My firstborn daughter, the girl who first made me a mom, is now 9 years old, and my youngest is 15 months, no, wait, 12, 18, 14, 15. Yeah, 15 months, 15 months old. And I read a quote a long time ago. It says, raising children is a walk in the park. Jurassic Park. I won't lie, it does feel like walking in Jurassic Park. Sometimes, a lot of the times when things are just not like going as smoothly as what I would like them to. And here's the thing about motherhood. When you do have a schedule, be open to it, like chopping and changing, drastically so, haphazardly, my dear. So you need to be okay to roll with the punches, have contingency plans. And I'm talking plan B to Z, you just need to stay open to the possibilities of whatever it is that that you may have to deal with at the very last minute. This is a true story. I attended my daughter's sports day, and then I was just chilling with my daughter. I had just fed her, and another mother came up to sit with us, and she had forgotten the baby's food at home. But I offered her some porridge. I hadn't mixed it yet for my daughter. She had something else to eat. I think she had her bottle and she fell asleep. But yeah, stuff like that, you need to be okay with it. You need to learn not to judge yourself too much when you forget stuff. It happens a lot. You might forget the wipes, you might forget the nappies, you might forget the whole baby bag, and it's okay. The topic at hand is my experience of being a mom. I'm going to keep relating it back to my struggles with mental health, my struggles with finding healing after having confronted the difficulties that I've come across. Now knowing that the kind of childhood that I had wasn't the best. So my mom and dad divorced when I was 3 years old. My mom was raising the three of us mostly by herself, but I wanna acknowledge the people that stepped in, whenever my mom needed some help. My aunts from my dad's side were there. My uncle, my mom's brother, played a very great role in our lives. So did so did the grandfathers and the grandmothers, as well as my aunt, like my mom's sister. Yeah. So that's just to name a few of the people that were part of the tribe that helped to raise us. The effects of trauma, they show themselves in the smallest of instances, but in such a big way. I made a TikTok about this, and I mentioned the fact that both my grandmothers were very particular. My maternal grandmother was more lenient though, more patient as well. And if she didn't like how you were doing something, she would just do it herself, you know. But she was always open to teaching. So was my paternal grandmother, but she was very, we were scared of her. She taught us so much. And to this day, I live by many of the things that she taught me. Like both my grandmothers were such ladies, and they took pride in how it is that they looked. I mean, my mom, just looking at my mom and how she carried herself and how that translated to how I carry myself, I'm proud of my grandmother. I'm proud of my mom. I'm proud of the woman that raised the women that helped raise me. Um, all of them had a great sense of style. I mean, I still have a skirt that I chose from the many items that my paternal grandmother, left behind when she passed away. And it's such a cool skirt. The point is that there are positive aspects as well to how it is that I was raised. I want you guys to know that even our parents, even our grandma, our guardians, the people who are responsible for us, they too had things that they were fighting to heal about themselves, or maybe they just like struggled throughout their lives and never got to a point where they saw the other side. Impatience is one of the things that I struggle with. Although I'm a very conscious mom, I think I make it a point to do things like sit down with my daughter and actually ask her, how was your day? And I don't just accept her telling me, oh, it was good, because she does that a lot. She'd be like, it's good. And I'm like, okay, which part of it was good and which part of it was bad? And what did you actually learn at school? And then I will start to hear about the interesting little things that she did at school. So I'm very proud of myself for taking that step to be the type of mother, because um, one thing that I didn't always enjoy as a kid was like, and I'm talking about when I was around maybe my daughter's age now, I wasn't as outspoken, you know. I was a very quiet child because of the things that I saw and experienced, and many of them I kept to myself. But as the years went by, my mom made it very comfortable for me to speak to her about any and everything. When I say any and everything, I mean any and every day. For instance, I have very fond memories of when my mom and I would be driving and we'd just have a chat, you know. And she would often check in with my sister and I and ask us, are you guys sexually active? And she'd be like, you guys need to condomize. Like, she would always stress the importance of condomizing. And because my sister and I were not even thinking about that at a particular stage of our lives, we just found it so weird and we were grossed out by the conversations. And we would laugh, but looking back, I appreciate my mom for being courageous enough to open up the floor and talk about such things. I remember us having a conversation on a drive, and she was like to me, "You're gonna let me know once you lose your virginity, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And when I did, I was so shy to even go there with her, because then I don't want her imagining me in that way. Open communication is something that I strive to always have with my daughter, and I tell her, you can tell me anything, you know. And I even encourage her to not be afraid to approach her dad about certain things that may or may have not made her happy, you know. Because I don't want the open communication only being one-sided, because she's 50% of him. Yeah, yeah. And another thing that I try my best to always do is to give both my daughters time with me, you know. But my firstborn always feels like I'm neglecting her, and that the my younger one gets more attention, which makes more sense because she's a toddler. She needs me more than my 9-year-old does. And I try to tell her and reassure her, listen, when you were a baby, and you were 15 months, trust me, I was just as attentive to you. I just need you to understand that I need to help Morero like with a lot more things than you uh, need help with, you know. But she's only 9. It's a difficult thing to accept and adjust to. You know, she still wants her mommy, and I get it. You know, it's just unfortunate that I'm one person and I can only do so much. But I try my best to like give them individual time. Like now, my second born is with her father, so I'm with my firstborn. And last night I was just like cuddling on her extra. I know she loves cuddles. She really loves cuddles. I think if there's one thing that I taught her is to be affectionate. Just yesterday, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let her cuddle me because I was having one of those moments where I didn't feel like being like touched. I was frustrated by something pertaining to adulthood. But anyway, yeah. So I was just like, no, it's fine. I'm gonna let her cuddle me, and it wasn't so bad, you know. After I took a few breaths, because I want my daughter to know that emotionally, physically, when she needs reassurance of some sort, I want her to to know that she will receive it. I mean, it's not always easy for me to go there with her because I'm I'm also feeling my own things inside, but that's just how parenthood is. I mentioned this in a recent TikTok that I made, that even on your worst day, you have to find a way to be emotionally available to your children. It's not easy. One thing that being a mom has really highlighted is the fact that through my daughters, especially my firstborn child, um, I'm getting to see what I was like as a child, because I get the sense that I was very much like my firstborn, you know, um, very, very like when I'm in the right space. When she's in the right space, she really just comes alive. But when there's certain things that she really doesn't like, she sort of goes into her little shell, and it takes more effort to get things out of her, for her to open up. I think I was 10 times worse because I barely spoke about the things that made me upset. That's why I developed like a temper in my later years. Impatience, creating a safe space for my daughter to express herself, fighting through being emotionally and physically available to my child whenever she needs me, to give her reassurance, you know, fighting through my own traumas in order for me to show up in a way that is positive and healthier, or healthy for both my children. Um, I'm tired a lot of the time, so I brush off a lot of things because I need to take care of myself and all that. But I need to find a balance. I think I've been doing okay. It's just that I will have to forfeit a lot of the time that I would have liked to spend with my firstborn child, because my toddler would have worn me out so much. But I'm grateful to have the support of my sister and my nephews, um, helping me out with my toddler, so that sometimes when I need to focus on my firstborn, I can do just that. So yeah, I would say my upbringing has motivated me to be a present mom, to be a conscious mom, to be the type of mom that my kids have fun with. You know, I'm a big child. I'm still a kid. I like to play. I like to explore. Like you'll find me like just like marveling at a butterfly, because I'm just like enjoying myself in that moment. And that's me saying, hey, Yanga Tsiho, I see you and I'm honoring you in this moment. And I enjoy playing with my kids. I really do. And the stress sometimes of life, the stresses of life sometimes take that opportunity away from me. But we move, you know. I try to be as present as I possibly can all the time. It's a challenge. But look, I'm not striving for perfection at all. Um, but I take pride in wanting in striving for excellence. Always. My daughters deserve the best, you know. The truth is that I can't always give that. Maybe you were seeking answers, maybe you were feeling bad about how you're going about things. Take heart. Take heart. Motherhood is not easy, but you were chosen for it. So let that encourage you in your moments of like feeling defeated, or maybe that you're not doing things right. Sometimes it's not even about doing things right. It's about doing things your way, creating a new way of doing things that suits you and how you want to raise your children. I love that for us. This was very much cathartic for me, and I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to have the space to speak to people who share similar interests as myself, whether you are a guardian or a parent. I'm grateful to God for always like putting things in my mind in a way that is going to make sense when I speak to you guys about it. I pray that this video and its audio and its visuals lands with the greatest of clarity, and it provides you guys with some form of relief. And maybe for some of you, this will like create that aha moment that finally sets you free from feeling burdened by your past and how you were raised. We're all trying to find our way in this world, and we have our challenges, but the great thing is that we are here today now. There's still an opportunity to change our ways if we're heading in the wrong direction or we don't like how we're doing things. So I encourage you in this moment to go and spend time with your kids. Play with them. Talk to them. Ask them, how are you today? Is anything stressing you out? Because kids also have stress. Right now, after you watch this video, or you may pause it right now, go ask your kid, baby, are you okay? You know? Today I made my daughter some toast with eggs and, you know, it was a nice little breakfast sandwich. Because she always asks me to make her eggs, and a lot of the time I just don't, I can't. So because I'm having to deal with so many things, and in my mind frying an egg is a lot, and I just, in that moment it is, because I really can't find it in me to do it. But yeah, we had a nice little breakfast this morning, and I could tell that she enjoyed every moment of being pampered. So yeah, spend time with your children and be intentional about it. You are a great mom. I'm rooting for you. Thank you for watching. If you have made it this far, you are a star. I am Tsherato Malebe, a South African mother of two. I'm 33 years old and I reside in Johannesburg, South Africa. Do engage with me in the comment section, or just leave me a thumbs up, just so I know that you were here. And subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos of this kind. And take care, man. Take care. You're loved. Bye.